My name is JC, back again with another video. And here we have the Lenovo Legion Go. I'm running the Xbox full screen experience, and this is one of the best ones that I run with as far as choosing over Steam OS. I really don't use the Steam application that much, but I do like the Xbox game bar. I do use the Game Pass a lot. I am running the standard PC only, so it only cost me about $16.49 in price. But just looking at the Legion Go, surprisingly, as you see, this is not the Go 2. This is the original Go. I do have some mod that I have put on it. First thing that you see is the frame around the body. It is the frame adapter that works along with the Legion Go 2 controller. Some of the key feature is all the ports are open. There are cutout slots for everything as far as USB, and there are front facing scoops for your speaker to give a better sound quality. And right here on the back, as you see with the frame, there are screwed in. You do get long screws along with it. Moving closer onto the controller, you can see that I do have the grips controller on it. They do have texture to keep it close. At the bottom, you do have this signature logo on here coming from Tactical, which I got from Exy. So thanks out for him. I will put a link down below on where you can get this frame from. Also looking at the frame, you can see that it's trying to minimize the dip that the controller has, the Legion 2 Go controller with the Legion 1. The only gripe off of that is just at the bottom, there's a little bit of dip into it. But other than that, it's kind of flush. It looks good, especially from the front. From the back side, you can see the imperfection, but from the front, it makes it look fuller. Detaching the controller is not that difficult. You still get the button there. It is sent into the casing, so you really have to push down into it. But once you detach it, it's just fine. You can still use the kickstand behind it, so it works just as great as it did before. Controller still works just as good detached. It's still a Legion Go product, so it's not much that's wrong with it or if it's gonna show anything difficult. And as I can show you going into the Legion space, so right here in the Legion space, everything still works. I can still use the trackpad to get to wherever I need to. And right here on the controller tab, you can see it shows the Legion Go 2 controller, which is great. It doesn't show it as a generic controller. It shows the exact controller that you're using. So cycling through the settings just to show you that everything is up to date. All the buttons mapping is all good. Moving over into the settings for the drivers. Still using just basic drivers and everything. Only thing I did internally is upgrade the SSD. So I did upgrade from the 500 gigabyte to the 2 terabyte. So it works great out for me. I really haven't filled it up. Pretty much any game that I played, I make sure I played through. I beat them all and I got rid of it. Looking into the drivers, unfortunately, we still haven't got any new updated drivers for the Legion Go. But just to show you that I am up to date on drivers. If there are any new drivers that y'all know about, please let me know. I will try to test them out and implement them in, but this is just a compact version of it. So the new update that they did put is the Legion space into it. This update just came out, so this is just a side taskbar for the Legion space. And all it does is just give you a quick access menu into the configuration. So you can't configure it right then and there when you click on it, but it does send you straight to the menu to where you can do that. All right, so showing you the menu inside the Xbox game bar experience. You can have the different features, lighting effect, vibrations, and all that. This is just showing you, just to give you a quick access back into the game bar. Over here is how you access your notification and different things like that for dates. And swiping it up from the bottom gives you the quick access to the different tabs that you have up. Usually it's just minimized to the Xbox game bar, but if you have multiple tabs, you can easily get to those regardless of having a keyboard and mouse or being beside Windows, which this is a Windows powered device. Trying to get the controller back in is just atrocious. It's like that with anybody who's trying to put the controller back into the Legion Go. Everybody's fall victims to it. So let's just start by going into a game. Right, so right here we are playing Legion Go 4. Pretty much one of my favorite games from 10 Ninja, and this is also collaborated with Platinum. Right now with the settings that I'm running native on the device, I'm running it at 720p. I'm sorry, I'm running it at 1000p with 60 frames per second. On here inside the game, it is at 720p with 60 frames per second, but I'm running it dynamic resolution, just trying to get up to more frames. So average, I'm looking at between 48 to 50, just depending on the scene and how much performance is being pushed in different scenes. So going through the platform and stuff, it runs smooth. It's not really much stutter or anything. VSync is on just to minimize the tearing. So you can see right here in the fight scene, it does dip down into the 30, but it doesn't feel horrible. Usually when a game dips down that low, it kind of breaks up, stutter, and then, you know, input lag start coming in. But I really haven't experienced much with that. As you can see, you're not seeing much in it. Of course, the camera is not showing you truly what the visual looks like. I am running, videoing off of my iPhone. I still haven't figured out how to get a clear image off my iPhone yet. So once I do a little more studying, I'll figure that part out. Don't worry about that. I'm actually better at the game. So switching over into my 4K TV. This is a Hisense TV. It has two different setting modes. It has a 4K 60 FPS and a 1080p 120 hertz per second, with just using the external dock that I have, as you can see off left to the Legion Go. Also using an Xbox wired controller. I don't know where my wireless Xbox controller at, so this is what I'm using. As you can see, I did take the controllers off to the side and turn them off. That was the only way for me to work some of the games with this. I don't know if I need to update the drivers to get it to working properly, but just for now, this is just how I'm running it. So it still feels the same. One thing I did notice, as you're gonna see later on in this video, you can see that it's locked at 30, and I'm only using at least 71 or 73% of my GPU. So I was trying to figure out what was going on, what was capping me there, because right now the screen is locked at 1080p, but I'm still only seeing 30. So once I got that figured out, then I started getting more frames, and then the resolution started getting a lot better. Like I said, keep in mind, I am running this off my phone, so until I get the clarity on my phone, then you'll start seeing clarity on here. I do have a capture card that I did not hook up, just didn't feel like going through all the wires, so just did it the original way. It's just far back view, just to show you how it looks with the Legion Go connected up to the TV. As you see, the game is in 720p. I do have it in 60 frames per second, but I did have the VSync on, which I turned off. It was giving me a little pushback on about turning it off. I don't know if that was just because of the TV, but after just doing it after a while, it did disable. I do have it prioritized for performance, just to get more out of it, and I'm running the bare minimum settings on this game. So now, as you can see, my frames did bump up, and now I'm utilizing more of the GPU performance that is in the device. So now you're looking at an average of 87 to 92% of the GPU. And now I'm starting to hit the high numbers like I was before. So the performance still gonna be the same as if I was running it on handheld versus running it on an external dock, but just, it's not capped at the 30 frames per second like it was before. I don't know if it's because of my TV just didn't detect it as a PC. Most TV has two settings, a high refresh rate motion setting and a PC sync setting. I don't think it recognized it as a PC sync setting because it did not give me the option to activate game mode plus. But other than that, is that not much of an issue to you? The game's still going to work well. I can't believe I got caught in that move twice, but that's neither here or there. The game still works just as well. If you're not too much mindful of the screen tearing that you're seeing, most of the time it only comes up every few fight scenes, then you're good. The game's still gonna run just as well, I promise. All right, so this is once again my Legion Go. I'm having a hard time saying this word, but this is my Go. This is the original. So if anybody that's out there that's refusing to pay the high price for the Go 2, if you still with the OG, are these significant mods and upgrades and paying just a few, a few $100s just for getting the grips and getting the controller just for the comfort, but you still want that experience game where you're not spending so much money just to play? This is still good. The Z1 Extreme chip is still good. It is still a good CPU to run off of. These games are phenomenal to run. Call of Duty is a game that I love playing, but I seem to have this issue. I don't know if it's because I'm not letting the pre-shader load in all the way, but it's keep giving me these packages and latency thing on the side, and this only happens whenever I fire the game up with the once I fire the game up after the Xbox game bar. If I do it on Windows, it doesn't give me that issue, so I don't know if that's something else. But other than that, I still love this device. I still play games just as well. I play Art Night Infield, Expedition 33. Just started playing Crimson Desert, so those games run pretty well in the high 40s. Sometimes I'll hit 50, but the dips are never way too low. Here I'm running at an average of 60 to 71, and this is all low settings with balanced performance, running at 1080p. So the game runs pretty well. Like I said, just minor distortion here and there, but it's not nothing that I notice playing a high-paced game like this. You're more focused on shooting the enemy and killing versus graphically what the games look like. So competitively, this is going to work great for me. The controller feels well. Like, it makes the console feel much lighter. It makes the handheld feel much lighter than it was before with the other controller. My hands are not cramping up after so long use. Like, this is me playing within maybe 2 hours of the game. I'm running at the battery at 23% as I'm playing this game, so I'm not having too much issue. But if y'all having any issue with the game, comment down below. Let me know if you still have the Go 1 and how well it's working for you, and any other mods that y'all would like. Only mod that I would like to put on it is the 81-hour battery, just to get more wattage out of it, and longer game time. I think it extends it by an hour and a half, but other than that, that's all I have.